No other towns have any of those agreements with they just get the money. I think our responsibility is to the residents and the taxpayers of the town, and there's a liability, and we shouldn't have to bear that liability.
I agree. I mean, I think this is something that I suspect the other towns has been an oversight, just like it was in this town for a long time. And once one is aware of the legalities and that, I don't think one can, you know,
Be doubly culpable.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's too bad. I mean, it sort of defies the imagination as to why they wouldn't want to sign an agreement, but that's really not our, you know, our problem. You know, that we need to leave.
I was told the person who was supposed to sign the agreement is afraid to sign the agreement because they feel that they're going to take on liability for it. It's been explained to her by multiple people that it's not the case. I've sent a letter to other people that I know on the committee. I've talked to several people on the committee, and they all say they don't understand why she will not sign it. They have seen it. Their people wanted to sign it. I mean, we're doing everything we can to give them $2,000. I never thought it'd be this hard to give somebody money. Again, earlier on, I was not in favor of all this business, but our town attorney told us that we have to do it. And to be responsible of our attorneys advising us to do it a certain way, I think we would be negligent as board members not to follow his advice. So this is not something that the town board is doing wrong. We're doing everything right by how we're being advised. This falls on the seniors. If this deal does not go through, this board does not have to hold its head in shame by any means or form. I mean, this is something that's being dropped because the seniors aren't acting properly.
Well, do you think it requires a press release, a letter to the editor?
Well, you know, the core problem of this is it's a gift of public funds. And unless we have an agreement, it's a gift of public funds. And I don't care if the other towns are doing it in an informal way. It's a gift of public funds. So those other towns are, in essence, in violation of the law. And, you know, we are being the responsible adults here, requiring that this agreement be signed, and we'd be happy to help them out. But it's a gift of public funds if we don't do it. So
I don't want to see us put a public statement out. I think if they have not met the requirements that we have asked them, we drop it. If it comes to light and it tries to put this board in a bad light because of it, and they put something in the paper, and something then maybe we would have to answer that.
But you have a lot of seniors that may not know the circumstance.
I don't want to see us getting into a battle in the newspaper with this. I'd much rather see us leave it alone. If they put something in the paper that's going to put this board in a bad light, then maybe we have to respond to it. I don't think we should be the ones putting something in the newspaper first and then trying to embarrass the seniors.
Well, and actually, we do have a reporter here.
She's right.
something tells me this reporter might put
This is what you might consider. You get the point of
not real sure.
But I think you can do it. I mean, if it ultimately comes to it, you can do it in a very positive way and say, look, we're perfectly happy to meet this requirement. We're trying to give it to you. All we're asking
That's
for
what
is
my
something
letter
to
said.
say. What do you want?
Are they an organized group? Or are they, I mean, do they have
I was told.
bylaws?
I was told they do, but nobody can find them.
Do they have administrative meetings? Like, has this been discussed among other board members, this president's decision?
Well, Millie said that my letter was read at the last meeting, the last one.
I just think we're doing the right thing. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think from everything that's been said in terms of this person not wanting to sign things. We don't want to get into, you know, embroiled in something that's obviously, you know, issue with.
All right, I don't have any other new business or old business. Does anybody else on the board want to discuss before we go to resolution? Anything?
Oh,
You
yes,
have
I just
read
just
the
got this. Yes, I just,
I didn't get a chance to read the
right. And I'll just let the others know that Nan has completed work, and also she will, she's given us a whole step-wise procedure of how to take the source water study and append it to the comprehensive plan. It's not that simple. So she sent that today. I just sent it to Maria, and we can bring it up at the next
June 15th.
June 15th meeting. That's all. 12 steps.
Our own 12-step programs.
12-step program.
You need a recovery program to try and get the program.
Okay, let's go through the resolutions. 91 we'll go to resolution 103 of 2017. Fireworks Permit Agency appointment. Whereas the town board is authorized to appoint a permit authority representative of the penal law, section 405, section 1, to consider permits for public display of fireworks. Now it is hereby resolved that Maria Wells, supervisor of the town of Chatham, Columbia County, New York, is hereby appointed under section 405 of the penal law in the state of New York to consider and grant permits under penal law section 405 as the permit agency. Can I please have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this is the resolution for local law number 3 of 2017, resolution number 104 of 2017. Whereas the town board of the town of Chatham is considering a local law to permit electric vehicle charging stations as accessory use in all zoning districts. Whereas a public hearing has been held on June 1, 2017 at 6 p.m. for the enactment of said law. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Chatham hereby approves the adoption of the proposed local law entitled Local Law 3 of the year 2017, a local law to permit electric charging stations as an accessory use in all zoning codes. Can I have a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
Was that Henry or
Yes.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this is resolution number 105 of 2017 to authorize the use of jointly owned municipal parking lot property in the village of Chatham. Whereas the town of Chatham, the village of Chatham own the municipal parking lot on Main Street, the village of Chatham. And whereas the Chatham Area Business and Arts, CABA, organization is hosting the annual Summerfest in the village of Chatham on July 9 from 10 to 4. And because the use of the municipal parking lot property for music, entertainment, tent and stage, and will allow egress from the parking lot and accessibility to the handicap designated parking. And therefore the town of Chatham Town Board approves the blocking off of the municipal parking lot for music, entertainment, tent and stage on July 9 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for Summerfest for CABA with completion of facilities use application and a certificate of insurance provided to the town of Chatham town clerk prior to the event. And both of those items were delivered today, and Beth Ann has them. They seem complete. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
That was Walker. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, okay. This is from Tammy, resolution number 106. Resolution number 106 to the financial abstract as presented to pay the town's bills. I think it's down at your end. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
I haven't looked at
I haven't looked at them yet either.
Henry has. Have you?
Can we do the same way we did last time, just with the, make that motion?
Are you gonna do it tonight?
I thought,
One of us will do it before.
Okay,
we go.
yeah, if one of you could do it.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion?
just one quick thing.
Opposed?
Just one quick, is this gonna be the norm? We were asking ourselves, is that every meeting now we're gonna have an abstract?
Well, when she has the bills in to pay.
Well, the reason we're asking is we like to be here
Yeah, we're
early,
trying
so
to
we
get
have
her-
time to do that, rather than showing up like 15 minutes for the
Well,
meeting.
we sent out the, didn't she send out the resolution? I thought she did.
She very well,
Yeah, there's, yeah, it's possible, but it'd be, if we just know what's gonna be coming, we can make it a point to try to.
yeah,
be
just
here.
that's how she wants to do it. I don't mind coming early.
Yeah, I don't either, just,
So plan on coming early then.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know she actually would like to pay the bills twice a month, right?
Yeah, that's great.
probably better we won't get to those late notices.
Yeah, those late notices are not inspiring, are they?
Okay, this is a resolution 107 of 2017 to purchase highway equipment, whereas the superintendent of highway was requested that the town board authorize the purchase of one 2017 Volvo VHD 64F cab chassis with body and plow equipment from Beam Mac Sales Service, Inc. And whereas the town adopted a bond resolution on March 16, 2017, Resolution 72, 2017, authorizing the acquisition of equipment for highway department purposes and the issuance of serial bonds of the town of Chatham, Columbia County, New York, in aggregate principal amount not to exceed $375,000 pursuant to the local finance law to finance the cost thereof, providing that this resolution shall be subject to a permissive referendum. And whereas the notice of bond resolution has been published in the Register Star and the Columbia paper has taken effect after 30 days without being contested. And therefore, be it resolved that the Chatham Town Board accepts the Onondaga County Heavy Truck Class 8 State Fund Contract number 7823, bid price per specifications for one 2017 Volvo VHD 64F cab chassis with body and plow equipment from Beam Mac Sales Service, 6260 East Mallory Road, East Syracuse, New York, for the total price of $218,010.08. Okay,
It's breathtaking.
Yeah, it is breathtaking.
can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
I have no discussion of, prepared to vote in favor. I guess what would really be helpful for me when I go to vote for these things is some kind of, either to me, at some point have either the finance committee and or the accounting service kind of give us a guideline about what is healthy finances in terms of the debt we're taking on. I know bonding makes a great deal of sense, and I'm not opposed to it. But it also, there comes a time where, your debt, when does your debt service really become a problem in terms of budgeting? And when does it not? And I just don't have a sense of it. I don't have an answer to that. I'd like to know more. So when I vote, I feel like I'm voting on something I understand in terms of the financial obligation.
We'll take that up with the...
Be best an accountant.
Hmm?
The accountant's the expert on that.
Well,
Either one's okay.
we haven't had any, so, as you recall, that's what he had recommended
Yeah,
for Joe, and they put a schedule.
yeah, I know.
So it's not like Joe is doing it.
Oh, I know. I'm aware of that. I just somehow don't have the other side of it in terms of just overall as an organization,
How much debt you should hold.
how much debt we should hold, given our budget and given our other financial obligations and contingency fund and et cetera, I just would have, I would feel more comfortable having a better
Well,
sense
this
of
being the
perspective.
first highway bond,
Yeah.
I think it's a 5-year bond, that if we get, a request for additional, then evidently he feels that we can handle that. Because he approved it, Mike Bucci.
Right, I don't question the, I'm just looking at it in terms of
I understand.
information.
Yeah,
I'm
but that
sure-
might be something like come towards our budget season.
Yeah, when he's here.
Yeah,
too.
just so that, because I agree, I think that, I know the conversations we've had about it, I know it's approved, but I have no clue. All these numbers sound enormous to me anyway, so I really don't have a clue as to what, really, is best practices in terms, I know that, I guess having a little debt is probably not a bad idea, but I'm not sure, it would just help us to get an overall picture at some point.
The comptroller's office has a lot to say on this.
In terms of, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But in any
We
case,
could round up some information from there to help refresh everybody.
Any other discussion? Okay, we have motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and the last item I have is a notice from Cooperative Extension, Cornell University. And I signed up for it, and then I realized it was the town board meeting, but there's a tick awareness workshop. And it's going to be on Thursday, June 15th, from 6 to 8 p.m. And on 66 at Cooperative Extension. So you may want to pass the information on throughout the community. Nancy Winch and the Master Gardening Program volunteers are putting this on. She was director of public health, I think, for the county for a long time. So tick awareness is extremely important. Okay, we have public comment number 2.
Sorry I missed the last couple of meetings. Amelia Tizio from Malaysia. I did read Carrie Allen's last story about the bridge. Any word on what's going to go on with that, with the East Chatham, the Albany Turnpike? It was new plans, but still.
Haven't heard from the DOT yet.
But you still have the Marcion money, or are you state?
We told you. All right, if there's no other business to conduct, then I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye. They like that new computer, John.
For this computer, I just got a new computer and now the mouse connection. This is the second time I've had to get it fixed.
Communications, meeting, I guess I don't know,
So
for
fortunate.
you, and has David went over yours?
Yeah, I'd like him.
I'd be surprised.
I'd like to see him
Should
to
have
be
been
like
Warner.
label. Yeah.
So, as I said, you can let me know when it's,
Why don't you send an email or, do we do Google Calendar?
we haven't, yeah.
Maybe see when Bethany and Tammy are available.
Yeah, okay, so we did talk about it in another communications committee.
Oh, okay.